Hello and welcome back to the channel. But just in case you're new here, my name is Mike. And first and foremost, I want to say I am sorry to each and every one of you for having over a month of no uploads. Almost straight radio silence between the Instagram and the Facebook group, and especially here on YouTube. I'm going to spare you all the life story and all the unfortunate things that have happened to me in a sequence of events that just never seems to end. But I'm alive, I'm here, everything is good in the world, and I'm here now to bring you guys an all-new video with a very special, exciting twist at the end, if you will. So this is going to be my 2022 wish list, or get shit list. I haven't really decided what I'm going to call it yet, but either way, I'm going to give a list of 10 items and little descriptions on what they are and show you guys some pictures of 10 things I'm going to try to get in this year, 2022, to join my collection. Now, make sure you watch till the end of the video to see how you guys can be involved in this very thing that I'm doing right now. Because after all, it's not about me, it's about us. So let's slice right into it. Damn, it felt good to say that again. And just so all of you know, these are no particular order in terms of which one I want the most to which one I want the least. I just pick 10 things and I put them on a list. Again, no particular order. So my first one I want to tell you guys about is from a company called Star Ace. I love this company and I actually just discovered them maybe sometime last year when I got their soft vinyl statue over my shoulder here of Marcus from the Underworld franchise, and I really love it. It's super cool and super awesome detail, and I knew as soon as I seen it I had to go get it. Well, they also have some other items that I want, and they're going to make 2 appearances on my list, but the first one is going to be from the Dawn to the War of the Planet of the Apes trilogy movies, okay? These movies show the rise and evolution of one particular ape, and that was Caesar. And I love these movies, a trilogy. The Planet of the Apes movies overall, like the old school ones and the Charlton Heston ones, I don't give a shit about those. But this particular trilogy of 3 films I loved. Dawn, I believe Rise, and War of Planet of the Apes. Loved them so much. And Star Ace is putting out this awesome soft vinyl statue of Caesar, the main monkey that you follow, the main beast. He is the main character of the entire trilogy, and his evolution and rise to what he does, ultimately going to war with humans and whatnot. This awesome, beautiful statue. It's over 12 inches tall. It's super highly detailed. He comes even on top of his horse. And there is 2 versions, one with a spear and one with the gun slung over his shoulder. I personally like the gun one more. And as I look at this thing, I just tell myself it's beautiful and I want it and I have to have it. And I hope to add this to the collection in 2022. The second item on my list that I'm hoping to cop this year is also from Star Ace. Now this one is not a soft vinyl statue like the Caesar we just talked about or the Marcus over my shoulder. This is actually a 12-inch, I think it's 12-inch, I think it's 1 to 6 scale, I believe, figure, and it's actually limited to only 250 made worldwide. And it is a figure of Victor, the Vampire Elder, one of the Vampire Elders from the Underworld franchise. Victor has always been my favorite character in the whole franchise. From the first movie all the way to the last movie, he's always been my favorite. I love him. Bill Knightley plays an amazing Victor. He plays a great vampire in general. And my dad introduced me to Underworld, and he has gotten me into this franchise. And Victor has always been my favorite. And look at this amazing detailed figure. He comes with all of his weapons and interchangeable hands and his awesome trench coat looking wardrobe. I love this figure. It's limited and it's kind of pricey, but I think this is the year I'm going to pull the trigger on it and I'm going to get this sucker and I'm going to put him on this shelf behind me for all of us to enjoy. Number 3 is a really cool limited edition. It's not, I don't even know if it's limited edition as much as it is just rare, okay? You all know how big of a fan I am of Leprechaun. Warwick Davis Leprechaun, okay? I am a huge fan, and if you don't know, way back when the movie came out, they had actually they had made up some of these little 4-inch bendable Leprechaun figures, and they would give them out at the theaters, and when they would go to promote the film, it was given away as a promotional piece, right? I don't believe they costed anything back then, but nowadays they go for a couple $100, and every year 2 or 3 will pop up on eBay right in that $200 range. And again, they're only 4 inches tall and they're bendy, but as you can see, he's got the coins in his hand, and it's not super detailed or anything, but it's such a rare piece. It's part of the film. It's part of the film's history, and if you think about it, it's really the only Leprechaun figure we ever got. There is no officially licensed Leprechaun figure from anyone anywhere. I am aware of the one that was going to be made, and for whatever reason, production shut down years and years and years ago, and it never came out, so we didn't get it. This, for all intents and purposes, is really our only ever Leprechaun figure. So even if he is 4 inches, and even if he is bendy, and even if his detail isn't there, I still need it in my collection. It's part of the film's history, and I hope to add it to my collection in 2022. Number 4 is going to be one that I think is pretty easy to acquire, and that's a NECA Ultimate figure from The Conjuring. Obviously, you know I'm a huge Conjuring fan, the whole Conjuring universe. Well, Valak, one of the main demons that made her appearance in The Conjuring 2, has another form in the Crooked Man. That's right. And the Crooked Man is really, really super creepy. One of my favorite parts of the second film. And it's an Ultimate figure that NECA put out. And I've never seen it at any store ever. But I know it exists, and I know that I want it, and I know that I'm going to be hunting for that sucker this year. So maybe I'll even find him in a toy hunt, because I got some of those coming up too. We'll have to find out. Number 5 on my wish list is going to be I almost said Seth MacFarlane. A Todd McFarlane action figure, a toy, if you will. Let's face it. It's a figure of King Kong. Now, the reason I really want this King Kong is because not only am I a huge King Kong fan, and I collect any King Kong memorabilia or figures I can get my little hands on, it's not even just that. It's the simple fact that this King Kong figure, as you can see, he comes with a stage and shackles and a little woman to go with him. And I have all the NECA King Kongs. I'm looking into some of the old school Bandai King Kongs, none of which have a stage with connecting shackles, and none of them come with a pretty lady. We all love pretty ladies, right? We can all appreciate a pretty woman, and so can King Kong, and he needs one. I'm looking to my right here, and I see over 7 King Kongs and no pretty ladies. I'm nothing special to look at. I ain't no pretty lady. He needs a lady in his life. So hopefully in 2022, I can make this happen for myself and the big guy. Number 6 is going to be another item that I think I can get my hands on, because I have seen these in person, but for some weird reason in my mind, and you collectors know it, you can't get one and not the other. So I've seen them individually but never together, and that is a Trick or Treat Studios all 3 masks from The Strangers. What is it? Pinup Girl, Dollface, and then the Sackhead guy. Trick or Treat Studios makes awesome masks. They make awesome products. Obviously, this room is filled with Tots merchandise. And I really want to get my hands on these 3 masks. As you guys can see from my background, or if you've seen my horror room tour, I love having variety in my horror room of all the things that I love in horror. Yes, there's a lot of Jason. Yes, there's a lot of Chucky. But I love to have a variety of all the different things that I love. And The Strangers 1 and 2 are 2 of my favorite horror movies of all time. And I really want to get those 3 masks, and I want to put them up on my wall so I can look at them every day and they can bring me joy. You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully this is the year. The Strangers come home. Number 7. Now, I know a lot of you aren't going to know this because unfortunately a lot of people aren't super big fans of Hannibal, the TV show, especially as much as I am. The shit just fucking tickles me. But it is called The Wound Man, and it is a depiction from way back in ancient times of a person that could go to battle and all the different injuries one could sustain in a battle or in a fight. And in the Hannibal TV series, this is one of Hannibal's, or Dr. Lecter's, this is one of his sketches in his office. And down on the bottom, it's actually autographed Hannibal Lecter. And it actually plays a really big role in the TV series in the 2nd season when Miriam Lass actually finds it It plays a really pivotal role. And at San Diego Comic-Con 2013, they printed up a limited amount of these and they handed them out or sold them. I'm not sure which. I think they sold them. But it's a Comic-Con exclusive. And there's a couple on eBay right now. And I'm really hoping to get my hands on one, put it in a frame, and get it up in the horror room. Because it's such a big piece of the show. And it's such cool imagery. And I love the little signature on the bottom. So, yeah. It's horror. It's Hannibal. It's TV series. It's mine. Number 8, we're going to bring it right back to McFarlane Toys. The old school movie maniacs. You guys know what I'm talking about. I had them when I was growing up. They came with the little bones that said Movie Maniacs and a little stand on it. I grew up with them. I'm sure a lot of you did too. Or if you didn't grow up with them, maybe you got them now. Either way, another thing I love in this world, pretty much more than anything, aside from my wife and my kids and my family, is Jason X. I love Jason X. Oh, wait, there it is. Jason X. Jason X is one of my favorite Jason movies in the whole franchise. Yes, I know. Please, don't click off the video. Stay, please. God, don't leave me. I love Jason X, and I don't have a Jason X figure, and that pisses me off. NECA, I'm looking at you. I want a Jason X. So anyway, Movie Maniacs, McFarlane Toys, they put out a Jason X figure, an Uber Jason, many years ago, back closer to the release of the film, and it's really rare now, and it's really up there in price, but you can find them on eBay and stuff in certain comic book stores and specialty shops. They do have him laying around. You're going to have to pay up a couple $100 probably, but he's out there, and he's awesome looking. The detail is so sick. I don't think he's posable, but either way, he's Jason X, and I really want to have it in my life. I think he would make me feel just this much more complete. Number 9 is going to be the, shout out to Horror Things and More. Shout out to you, Luigi. I know you have this. It's going to be NECA's Ultimate Jason figure, the retro video game Jason, the purple Jason with the blue mask from the old school game. I need this one for my collection. As you guys know, I have been doing the Chasing Jason stuff with the toy hunts, and I'm trying to complete my NECA Friday the 13th line, and he is one that I need. And my wife actually just surprised me yesterday with 2 more Jasons that I do not have, and I'm pretty sure that retro is the last one I need to complete the set until NECA decides to do a part 8 and 9 and 10 and all that fun stuff. So, again, I really want this figure. I know it's expensive. Maybe if you guys know where I can get a line on one where it's not superly outrageously priced, let me know down in the comments or on Instagram. You know I'd appreciate it. I got to get him to complete the line. Chasing Jason, baby. It never ends. And number 10 to round off my wish list here. It's going to be NECA Gremlins, straight up. As you guys can see up on the shelf here, I am trying to collect all the ultimate NECA Gremlin figures I can get my hands on. I'm trying to get them all. And again, for Christmas, my wife surprised me with some even more Gremlins merchandise, and she got me some that I don't have. But I am still missing a few. I'm going to pull up the list as you can see right here. This is all the Ultimate Gremlins from NECA that have been released, and even a couple that are supposed to come out in the next couple months in March, I believe. The Ultimate Demolition 2-pack Gremlin, Brian the Brain Gremlin, I want to get him. Brain Gremlin or Brian, I can't remember. I'm getting it mixed up with something else in my head. I want to get those 2. I need the Spider Gremlin, the Bat Gremlin, and the Mohawk video game Gremlin. My wife actually got me the Winter 2-pack I was missing. But as you can see there, those are the ones that I would like to get. So if I can round out my Gremlins collection and get that up to date this year, that would be super cool too. And in a nutshell, that's kind of the 10 things that I want to try to acquire this year and add to the collection. Now, I didn't put things on this list that have not been released yet. For instance, Trick or Treat Studios, NECA, they both have things coming out supposedly this year that I'm a day one pre-order. You know, it's not even a question. Like the Snuggles from Trick or Treat Studios. You know what I mean, Mr. Snuggles or whatever, the pig from Spiral. That's a day one for me. It's not even a question. NECA is going to be doing Krampus figures, fucking Krampus figures at the end of the year. But delays happen, especially with this crazy world we're living in. Things might happen, they might get delayed, so I didn't want to put them on this list and they didn't come out this year. Obviously, I'm going to get more things this year than those 10 things, hopefully. But those are the 10 things I'm going to shoot for this year. And of course, I want to say thank you all so very much for watching this video. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me and keeping your subscription, even though my videos have not been coming out. I had a little bit of a fumble in the end of 2021. Just one thing after another was kind of falling down in my life and kept me away from the channel, kept me away from all of you. And I don't want that to happen, but y'all know that life happens and we deal with it. But my family's okay, I'm okay, and I hope you are all okay. So with that being said, before I go into the plugs and all that stuff, I want to let you guys know that this video is much more than just me coming on here and telling you, 10 things that I want to get this year. No. It's much more than that. What have I been saying since the very first video I ever recorded here on YouTube? It's not about me. It's about us. So, I have partnered up with my good friend James from Wanna Play, that him and I are doing this thing together. We are going to be putting out our 2022 wish list, and we encourage each and every one of you to put your list down in the comments below. And if you wish to enter, let us know down in the comments below, because we are going to randomly pull out 2 names. And those 2 people are going to join James and myself on a live stream at the end of the year, where we're all going to get together and we're going to show each other and the audience all the things we were able to acquire off of our wish list, who got the most stuff, who got what. We could tell each other about it, maybe have some cool or interesting stories on how we acquired such pieces, and overall just have a really good time discussing the things that we surround ourselves with in our life, and that's awesome horror collectibles. So if you want to be on a live stream with us, it's really that simple. Put your list down below and just say, hey, I want to be entered. That's it. Because again, it's all about a community. It's not about listening to me ramble. It's about all of us. And this was something I came up with because I thought that it would be a great way to include each and every one of you, and we're going to do these every year. I want it to be an annual thing. So, I know that was long-winded. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you could do so right there. And if you want somewhere to go where you could discuss all things horror with like-minded individuals and not be worried about being picked on or anything like that, I got a place for you to go. Go to Facebook and type in, "This is Our Design HC." My wife or myself will accept you right away, and you can start talking some bloody good shit. That is a Facebook closed group where we discuss all things horror and post pictures and whatever you want to do in there. It's a fun, safe environment. So if you're interested, you can go right there. Again, Happy New Year, everybody. It feels so goddamn good to be back. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. New uploads every single Saturday. Again, my name is Mike, and this is my design.